Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is all about cross-listing and how to increase sales using PrimeLister. So PrimeLister is a Chrome extension that you can install onto your computer, and it basically just helps to automate processes, speed things up, especially if you're a one-person show. You kind of are always needing more time. So PrimeLister is a great way to give you a little time back so that you can do other things, helps to automate things, and really just increase your sales at the end of the day. So PrimeLister reached out to me to collaborate on a sponsored video, and I wanted to give this a try for a while before recommending it to you guys. So I actually tried PrimeLister out for about 2 months and can truthfully say that this is something that has really helped my business and just help me get a little bit more organized. It's something that I feel very confident sharing with you guys, so I want to give you a tutorial today, show you kind of how to use it, and then you can be the judge on whether you think this is something that could really help your business or not, or if it's worth it to you. Well, let's just jump right into this. I have a lot to cover, so here we go. Setting up PrimeLister is really easy. You do just need to use the Chrome web browser to get it set up since it is a Chrome extension. So I already have an account, so I'm just going to log in. This checklist on PrimeLister is really nice in order for you to get your account set up, so it has everything laid out really well. So I'm going to click Install Prime Extension and Learn More. Go to Chrome Web Store. And then Add to Chrome. Add extension. Okay, perfect. And then I'm just going to click this puzzle icon, and it looks like it's all ready to go. You can also click this pin button and just pin it up on here. Okay, so I'm on Poshmark, and you can either just go onto your account and you'll be able to access PrimeLister right here, or you can just click on PrimeLister and it'll drop down all of the reselling sites that they're available. So if you use Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Etsy, Depop, or Instagram, as well as Poshmark, you will be able to use PrimeLister. So on this right hand side, you'll click the bar and you'll come to PrimeLister's main 2 features. So the listing actions and the Poshmark assistant. Starting with the listing actions, we'll go into depth on these in just a second, but the listing actions it offers are cross-listing, relisting, delisting, importing, duplicating, and deleting. So we'll start with cross-listing. I think that's a really main feature of PrimeLister, so I really want to jump into that one first. So I'm just going to pick an item to cross-list, and you just click one, hit cross-list. You can select where you want to cross-list over to. So I'm going to cross-list over to Mercari. Yes, continue. And you can always pick multiple items to then hit cross list. I like to do maybe 1 to 3 at a time just because I have kind of a slower computer. So if you have a fast computer, feel free to, click multiple to cross list. All right, so it's taking me over to Mercari, and it's going to copy a majority of the information over. And then there's just a few things that I'll need to fill out. And it copied all of the pictures over, the title, the description, the category, the brand. So really all I need to do is add in the condition, the size, the shipping, and make sure the price is right. So everything is pretty much filled in. It makes it super simple. Okay, and the price is at $35. I'm going to turn off smart pricing and list. All right, so then up here, cross-listing completed. And now there it is over on Mercari. So super simple. It's really easy and quick to cross-list over to other platforms. You can also go ahead and open this inventory panel, and then it'll show all of your listings that you have imported into PrimeLister. So I went in and imported all of my listings onto PrimeLister, and it shows on here which platforms it's currently listed on, which is really nice. It makes it way easier so I don't have to keep track of where I cross-listed to. It shows up if I have it on all the sites I sell on or just Poshmark. As you can see, I have a lot of cross-listing to do, so I do need to get on that here soon. But it's really nice to have it all laid out in this organized way, especially if you sell on multiple platforms. I think it's nice just to have everything all in one place. You can go in, click a listing, and cross-list that way. You don't have to do it from the platform. You can do it from here. You can relist the item like this, delist it, make a copy, delete from your inventory or delete from Marketplace. So if an item sells, you can then delist it or just delete it from the marketplace altogether. So a really cool thing with PrimeLister that I want to highlight is that if you have an item listed on multiple platforms that you listed directly on those platforms, but you want to then merge them onto your PrimeLister inventory, you can import all of them from the separate resale sites and click each one. So let's say I had one listed on Poshmark, one listed on eBay, and one listed on Mercari, all of this same Forever 21 bandeau. I could click each one and then click this merge button, and it'll merge all 3 listings into just one listing on your inventory. So it just helps to combine everything. If you do start using PrimeLister, you do not have to, delete all the items from your other resale sites in order to have them all in one place. You can import them all from the different sites and then merge them together. So I think that's a really cool and helpful feature. Okay, so going back to this widget, another feature that I really like to use on PrimeLister is the relist feature. And there are a lot of different settings that you can choose from if you want it to relist all of your listings or just certain listings, as well as just a first page, which I believe is 48 listings. You can really select all those things. You can choose if you want to update the price on the items you relist or just keep the price the same. And then you have a lot of filters to choose from as well. So if you wanted to filter by the current price of the listing or the date of the listing, lots of different things you can choose from. On PrimeLister, any item that you relist will show up as a brand new, just listed item on Poshmark. You do not have to actually wait 60 days like you do when you use the relist feature on Poshmark. So it's really nice that you can actually relist any item and it will show up as brand new and just listed. So that's a really cool feature. So I'm just gonna go ahead and relist this Madewell sweater, and it's just going to be the selected listings. I don't want to update the price, and go ahead and relist. I could either schedule the task and pick a time for it to schedule. So I'm actually going to just have this one relist now. So it's working on relisting now, so I'm just going to have to leave this open while it does that. Okay, so then it shows up as a fresh listing right here. There's no likes on it. It's clearly just listed. If you click on it, just updated. So the really nice thing about the relist feature on PrimeLister is that unlike the built-in relist feature on Poshmark, you don't actually have to delete the old listing. It doesn't make a copy of the listing quite like it does on Poshmark. It just relists it all on one listing, and then it shows up as a newly listed item. So it is really nice that when I relist now, I don't have to go back and delete the original listing. It just does it all for you. It's very easy. So you can also delist items. If you just click on this, you could click on some items and then just delist them. You could schedule that or have it happen right now. Any items that I want to import onto that inventory panel that I showed you guys earlier, you just will select those items. And then click on the import button. You'll import and then they will show up on that inventory panel where they all showed up before. You can also duplicate the listings if you wanted to, or just straight delete them. So you can adjust the timing of your tasks. So if I scheduled a bunch of items to relist, I could also schedule, how far apart those tasks happen. So I like to do 30 seconds to 3 minutes, but it's nice that you can curate that and just make it how you want it. So down here, it'll show any tasks that I have active. So let's have a couple planned to relist. So I'm going to pick these 4 and we will schedule those to relist. Let's actually minimize that. Okay. And I'm going to schedule these for tomorrow morning at 8:30. Schedule the relist. So in this schedule tab over here, I'll see all of the upcoming scheduled tasks. So I have shares to followers coming up soon. Then this is where those 4 relists that I scheduled for tomorrow morning will show up. But it's nice just because it has everything really organized. You can just go through, see what you've completed, see any active tasks, anything that's scheduled. Keeps things really organized, and then you don't have to wonder if it's going to happen. You can just look and make sure. Okay, so that's all of the listing actions. So heading over to the Poshmark Assistant, this is where all the features are that you basically will use to help run your Poshmark account. So they have share, auto-like feed, organize closet, automations, which we will get into, follow and unfollow, send bulk offer, bulk price update, and again, relist. So heading over to share, anybody who sells on Poshmark knows if you're not sharing your items, you're probably not making sales. So this feature really helps to do what you need to do on Poshmark in order to make sales without actually manually having to do it. I will say use at your own risk on Poshmark. They do have rules against using a bot, but as long as you are keeping it at human-like levels, I think you will be fine most likely. I definitely would recommend keeping it to a reasonable amount of shares per day so that your account doesn't get flagged. You probably will be okay, but I just want to say use it at your own risk. So you do have a lot of different settings you can choose from. You can share the items just from your closet, or you could share from someone else's closet. You can choose to share all listings, just the first page, or selected listings only. You can share to your followers or to the party. You can also choose your sharing speed. You can do fast, medium, slow, or customize it. I like to do fast for that. And then you have a couple more options. Share a limited number of items. Share just a few items at a time. Share continuously, and then just basically decide how many loops are going to happen. Or you can choose to share listings from the bottom to the top, which I like to do. That way everything stays in order. So you hit share listings, and you can either share immediately and it'll just share one time, or you can schedule the task. And let's say we'll do this at 11 p.m. every day, and then you can schedule that share. So that's it for sharing. I think sharing is a huge way to save time, and PrimeLister, of course, offers sharing, so that's a nice feature. On Poshmark, if you went to your feed, you could auto-like the items on the feed. You can organize the closet by sending items to the top or bottom and just kind of rearranging things. You could either save layout, but I'm going to hit cancel. And then let's see, automations. So this is where the option to auto solve CAPTCHAs is, and I definitely want to have that on. I don't want to have to babysit PrimeLister and solve the CAPTCHAs when they show up during shares, so I have that selected. I think that's a really nice feature. This is another big one that I like, the auto send offers to likers. So if you click on this, again, you can really curate this to be how you want it. So I like to do 15 minutes after someone likes an item on Poshmark to send them an offer. You can, do probably up to 1 minute or a few hours if you wanted, maybe next day even. You just have to calculate the minutes, so use your calculator. You can then decide if you want to send a percentage off offer or a set amount. It's nice if I'm out to dinner or thrifting or doing something that I'm not at my computer. Even if likes are coming in, offers can be sent out. It's just nice to have that all running, even if I'm not at my computer. So some other things you can do with the automations is set it to auto return shares. So if someone comes into your closet and shares some items, this will automatically return the favor to them. You can select how many items from their closet you share each time. You can also return follows, so anybody who follows you, you can automatically set it to follow them back. Same with fresh closets or people who have just joined Poshmark. So a lot of different automations you can choose from. A couple other things, you can follow and unfollow people. You can send bulk offers. So sometimes I like to come in and just send like a 30% off offer to everybody who has liked items in my closet. You can then select the shipping. And again, you could choose to schedule that task or just do it right then. Bulk price update. This is a really good one if you like to participate in closet clear out on Poshmark. So they usually have a discounted shipping when they do closet clear out, and then if you drop the prices by at least 10% from the lowest price, then Poshmark will offer everybody a discount on shipping that is like those items. So this is a nice feature to use for that if you wanted to just go in and you know, put 20% off on everything. You could drop the price by that much. Again, you could schedule it. But it's nice that pretty much all of these features have a bunch of these different options and ways to really curate it and just do it really simply. So then you can go in again after closet clear out was over or whatever, if you wanted to just do that on your own, and increase the price again, and it will put all the prices back at their original prices. So a lot of good features here. Again, we have relist, so you could go in and filter by the date of the listing. If I wanted to do, you know, listings that were from back in December to end of March, I could just type that in, all the listings, relist, schedule the task for 9 o'clock tonight, and schedule. So it is best to have your computer plugged in, since you have to have Google Chrome running for these things to happen. If you do things like schedule your listings to share at night, you just want to keep your computer on and probably have it plugged in just so that Google Chrome stays open, and then that stuff can all happen. So just a little side note there. So I'm on Mercari now, and you'll see again this bar on the right here. Click that. This is where PrimeLister will show up. And since we're on Mercari, it's not going to show up the Poshmark Assistant tab, so it's just the listing actions. But it's nice to be able to send bulk offers over on Mercari. I can come in and click all of the ones that have likes on them, and then hit send bulk offer, and then I can send a, let's do 20% off offer. Then it'll send all of the likers the 20% off offer. Okay, offer to likers completed. Perfect. So it'll show up here again that the task has been completed. Another feature I really like to use for Mercari using PrimeLister is the relist feature. So I could go in here, select a couple of these items, and then click relist, which I think on Mercari really helps items sell when you pretty regularly relist them. And then again, I can either schedule the task or click relist now. So I will relist these now. Then it'll just go ahead and do those tasks. Super easy, just a couple clicks. I think it's nice to be able to schedule your tasks at like the beginning of the week if you wanted to just schedule everything out, and then you really wouldn't have to worry about it. So it's super nice just to set up these systems, automations, and, you know, set it and forget it basically. PrimeLister definitely acts kind of as an assistant to me. The more that I can do to automate processes and schedule tasks and have things kind of run on their own, the more I'm able to source and strategize for how to grow my business, photograph, do all the things that I need to do to, you know, keep things moving without just doing the things that a computer can do. It's really nice to have all my inventory in one place. I do sell on 3 different platforms, so if I'm not super organized, it gets really chaotic really easily. So it's nice that PrimeLister has that, you know, inventory panel that I can see which items are cross-listed where and everything like that. It's much easier to cross-list with a cross-listing service than it is on your own. It can be done on your own, but it's much easier with a service. I love the relist feature. That has saved me a lot of time to just have it kind of automatically relist certain items. And like I said, you do not need to go back and delete the old listing. It doesn't copy it and keep that old listing. It does just relist it from that listing without you needing to go back and delete the duplicate listing. So I think that's a really nice part about the relist feature, and that's actually one of my favorite parts. The sharing tool I'm a huge fan of. Again, definitely keep it human-like if you do decide to try PrimeLister, but it's a great tool. You can't deny it. When you're out thrifting or you're at the post office shipping, to have your items being shared for you is really big. If you're interested in trying PrimeLister, you can use my affiliate link in the description and get 30% off your first month. And before even deciding if you want to sign up, there is a 7-day free trial that you can use, and PrimeLister does not ask for your credit card information until you decide you want to sign up. So if you just do the 7-day trial, you will not get charged. There will be no surprise charges because they will not have your card information. So you don't need to worry about that, but it's a good way to then to see if it's worth it to you, see if it could really help your business out. and see if you like it. So thank you if you do use my code, and let me know if you guys have any questions at all. I will do my best to answer, and if I can't answer, I will see if PrimeLister can help and answer those questions. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.